Welcome to the React 3D Charts tutorial. The Syncfusion React 3D Charts is a graphical representation of data in 3 dimensions, showcasing relationships and trends among variables. In this video, I will show you how to create a React tab and add the Syncfusion React 3D Charts component. I will also show you a few of its basic features, like data labels, legends, and tooltips. Before proceeding, make sure you have installed the latest versions of Node.js and React. I'll be using Visual Studio Code as my editor and showing the output in the Chrome browser. First, I open Visual Studio Code and create a React application using the command npx create React app. I name it my React app. Since I want to create the app with TypeScript, I add the template TypeScript. Next, I navigate to the newly created React app. To use the Syncfusion React 3D Charts component, I type the command npm install @syncfusion/ej2 React Charts --save to install the package. Before using a Syncfusion component, I need to register a trial license key. I open the index.tsx file and import the register license method from the Syncfusion ej2 base package. Using this method, I register the trial license key. For instructions on how to generate a trial key, refer to the link in this video's description. Next, I open the app.tsx file and remove the default code snippets. I import the Chart 3D component from the Syncfusion ej2 React Charts package and add the Chart 3D component tag inside the division tag. Save the changes and run the application using the npm start command. See, the 3D chart is now rendered with 2 axes, X and Y, and no data plotted on it. Now let me show you how to visualize the sales data in the chart. To show data points, I need to bind data. So first I add the Chart 3D Series Collection Directive tag, which allows you to specify multiple series. Here I add a single series using the Chart 3D Series Directive tag. To use these Chart 3D Series Collection Directive and Chart 3D Series Directive tags, I need to import them from the Syncfusion ej2 React Charts package. Next, to populate a chart with data points, I declare an array named data and assign an array of objects with the fields name and sales. I assign this data variable to the data source property. I map the name field to the xName property and sales field to the yName property. By default, the chart series type is column. To use this series type, I need to import the column series 3D module from the package and inject it into the services. Since the x-axis in the data contains categorized data, I need to configure the horizontal axis with category using the primary x-axis property. I import the category 3D module from the package and inject it into the services. Then, I set the primary x-axis value type to category. Look at the 3D chart now. Data is plotted with column series and a categorized x-axis. To visualize the chart in 3D, I add the tilt property and set the slope angle value to 10. To enable rotation, I set the enable rotation property to true. Look now, the 3D chart is rendered with the defined slope angle and I can rotate the chart. Next, to change the depth of the 3D chart from the front of the series to the background wall, use the depth property. I set the depth property to 100. By default, its value is 50. See the chart now, the depth of the front view is changed. Now I will show you how to add a title to the chart. I set the title property to top selling electric cars in China. Notice here that the title has been added to the chart. Next, I will show you how to add a legend to the chart. A legend provides information about the series rendered. To enable it, I need to import the module legend 3D from the Syncfusion React charts package and inject it into the services. Then, I add the legend settings object and enable the visible property. I specify the series name as sales to set a name for legend items. See here, the chart is rendered with the legend. You can also expand and collapse the chart series by clicking the legend. Now, to add labels to the 3D chart, I need to import the data label 3D module from the Syncfusion React charts package and inject it into the services. Then, in the chart 3D series directive tag, I set the data label visible property to true. See now, the 3D chart displays data labels on the column series. Finally, I will show you how to enable tooltips on the chart. I import the tooltip 3D module from the charts package and inject it into the services. Then, I add the tooltip property and set the enable property to true. Checking now, tooltips are shown when I hover over the data points. In this video, I have shown you how to add the Syncfusion React 3D chart component to a React application. I also showed you a few of its basic features. If you want to try out the example used in this video, you can download it from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also shared a link to learn about obtaining a free license key to use our React suite through our community license if you are eligible. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel.